Pixel Gun 3D is a game that I'm sure a lot of us hold dear to our hearts. It's a game that's entertained us from 2013 and beyond. I remember how often I would play as a kid, getting scared of the Slender Man level, spending mommy's money for that new high-powered laser cannon, and goddamn, that classic soundtrack. But sadly, as time went on, Pixel Gun was consumed by the one thing that ruins all good things: corporate greed. If you want to know more about the history of Pixel Gun and its rise and fall, I highly recommend checking out Pixel Gun 3D, The Worst Game I Love by Apologetics. Pay to win and overpowered weapons killed this game for me, and if you feel the same way, then I recommend sticking around a little longer, because today I wanted to take a look at 4 Pixel Gun remakes on Roblox and see if they do Pixel Gun better than Qubit games. After all, these games were made by the fans, and you know what they say, the fans know a game better than its developers. Starting off, we have Blox Gun 3D. Now, the game loads very slowly, but that's fine. We can bypass that. On first boot up, the game will warn you that its main theme is copyright, which it is. Very thoughtful of the devs. As you can see, this game aims to bring back the nostalgia of Pixel Gun, a golden age that was lost, a time when gems didn't exist. Going into the shop, you can see everything is spot on, from guns, capes, hats, and boots. The survival mode hasn't been added yet, and neither has the campaign, but we do have the sandbox at least. Honestly, who the hell cares about sandbox? Clicking into battle, we have 3 options. Deadly Games hasn't been added yet, but we do have team battles and deathmatch. Nobody ever plays flag capture, and it doesn't even have the castle map. We have a pretty decent map selection for team deathmatch, but an even better selection for deathmatch. Anyways, let's hop into Team Deathmatch and see what the gameplay is like. The first thing you'll notice is that the jumping feels kinda awkward. It's not as floaty as Pixel Gun, and it's more akin to default ROBLOX jumping. But that doesn't mean getting up to high places is worse. The weapons are fine. Each weapon is respectfully done to its original counterpart. The sound design is also pretty good. All the classic Pixel Gun sounds are there, from the classic death sound to the satisfying kill display. And all the weapons too. Though, strangely, the sniper has the Fortnite sniper sound, and I don't know why they've done that. The game is also a bit weird since it doesn't get a lot of players, and every single player seems like they've just been born, lobotomized, and don't know what the f they are doing. You can easily win with just a few kills. Once you've reached 5 kills, you really don't have to try any harder, because 75% of the time, everyone else will be lucky to get just 1. So it feels weird getting 27 kills in a match where I realistically only needed like 3. The game's reward system is also not very good in my opinion. 10 XP and 5 coins for first place, and 5 XP and 3 coins for any other place, as long as you have at least 1 kill. With rewards like that, it really makes getting 27 kills feel awkward, since getting even a minimum of 1 kill, as long as nobody else has 1, grants you the same first place rewards. But hey, at least the devs are generous enough to give us a decent amount of coins and even a free gun in return for our playtime. Though, of course, there is still pay to win, but honestly, with the generous amount of 500 coins you start with and the free playtime coins, you shouldn't have to spend a dime. Not that you need to, since everyone is so brain dead. Despite the devs being nice enough to warn you about the copyrighted music, there's a glitch where even if the music setting is turned off, the music will come back every time you go back to the lobby, making the setting a little redundant. I'd rather just mute my ROBLOX if I cared. There's also this supposed glitch where if you buy anything from the premium category, or at least the Apocalypse 3000, it will break your premium slot. I don't know if this is 100% certain, but it can happen. But it can be fixed by re-equipping the flare gun and then leaving the game. You'll never be able to use your apocalypse again though. So I hear at least. So yeah, I guess don't spend 300 coins. Despite Blox Gun 3D's few flaws and lack of functional players, it's still my top favorite of the four, because it's trying to rekindle the true classic era of pixel gun. Unfortunately though, the same can't be said for this next game, Blox Gun, not to be confused with Blox Gun 3D, and I'll actually hand this next segment off to my buddy Remy Does YT, because he has more experience with this game than I do, and by that I mean it's too much like Pixel Gun 3D that he's had to pay to win. Not that I'd be able to play the game anyways though, even if I wanted to.
Okay, let's get one thing out of the way. This game is really bad, and I don't mean like, oh, it's badly made. No, it's actually made really good. And that's the problem. It's too good. It's too much like modern day Pixel Gun, with its filthy microtransaction, pay to win bullshit. And I bet you, if this game didn't have microtransactions, it would be amazing. It would be perfect. It would be a perfect Pixel Gun alternative. But no, the devs of this game wanted to be greedy. They wanted to be greedy too. And I mean, it's got all the guns, all the armors and stuff. Everything is here. The UI is perfect. It's perfect. But everything is undermined by the pay to win aspect. And I mean, just look at this. I'm a level 6 and I have the goddamn Sunrise. The best sniper in this game thus far. I would not be a level 6 if I actually had to grind for this thing. But I went ahead and bought it, and do you know why? Because I knew that this gun would be the only weapon I need. F the primary, f the secondary, f the melee and premium. Just get a stupid f***ing one-shot sniper rifle so you can no-scope one-shot people across the map. Yeah! Because that makes for a fun game. And trust me, I don't want to play like that. I want to enjoy other weapons, but I can't because the meta of this f***ing game, an original Pixel Gun, is to have the best one-shotting thing. Yes, I am using this game to vent about my frustrations towards Pixel Gun, because this game makes me angry. This game is just Pixel Gun's shitty little butt sauce with little Roblox characters slapped on top. And guess what? I still get dominated in this game. Why? Because I don't have good f***ing armor. I spent my on a good gun, but what's a good gun if you still get bodied because you don't have good armor? You can't f***ing win with Pixel Gun. Nothing is fair. Everything is designed with your wallet in mind. Hey, okay, but what's the gameplay like? I don't know what you expect. It's f***ing identical to Pixel Gun, 1-to-1. No stone was left unturned for the Pixel Gun checklist when making this game. No stone was left unturned. So yeah, it is the best Pixel Gun game on Roblox, but it is by far not the most fun. If you have a problem with original Pixel Gun, then you're gonna have a problem with this too. I mean, hell, I see people starting to 3-cat spam on this game. That's f***ing scary. Also, this game has no spawn shielding, so yeah, have fun getting spawn killed in tight maps like Pool Party. Anyways, thanks to Richter for letting me have this part. Come visit my channel. I make mostly music, sound, and voice-related things. You don't have to sub. Anyways, bye.
The next game we'll look at is Pixel Gun R, which I assume stands for Roblox, but it makes the game sound like it's rated R. On launch, we're met with another long loading screen, but we can bypass this one too. Loading in, we're met with the classic theme, and see a menu that looks very different. Interestingly, in the shop, we can see that the devs have chose to limit our weapons to 3, and shoved all main types of weapons into primary. I can tell lots of Pixel Gun fans may hate this, but I honestly don't mind. Similar vibe dial GTA 6 will limit weapon carry. makes things feel more strategic, adds a little more challenge, and definitely eliminates 3-cat spam. A welcome change indeed. Unfortunately, we can see that there is pay to win, which sucks because the grind of progression seems like it would be decent in this game. Anyways, let's see how the game plays. Spawning in, we're met with abysmal lag. Jesus. Time to do what I'm all too familiar with and dick around in the settings. We can see that the devs have sort of made some refined animations to the weapons. I actually really like this. It gives Pixel Gun a more modern FPS feel. This is something I like about Roblox, being able to take something familiar and change it up a little in a way that feels refreshing to play. Not gonna lie, I feel like I'm playing CSGO when I run around with the knife. Despite that... Sorry, still getting over this sickness. Despite that it seems like nothing can be picked up, the game is actually fully functional once you get more than one person in the server, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's more in depth with the tone of Pixel Gun than it lets on. I'd recommend hopping on with some friends for a simple good time. There is just one issue, and except the game will randomly have freeze periods where everybody just stops for a bit. Now, I don't think this game died. I just think it never got a start. As of now, it was just updated the day before I started writing this script, so hopefully the dev won't give up on it, and hopefully the freeze bug will be fixed. I want to see this game rise. I want to see more people playing it. I'm praising the game for taking the Pixel Gun style and making the gameplay more unique. It's not trying to be another remake of Pixel Gun. I'd argue it's trying to be a sort of Pixel Gun reboot with a fresh coat of paint in terms of how the FPS feels. Now, our next and final game is Pixel Gun Universe, which is actually not based off Pixel Gun 3D, but Pixel Gun World. Now, I remember hearing about Pixel Gun World way back when it was announced in 2015, but it quickly left my mind since the project got cancelled. When I saw this game, I knew Pixel Gun World sounded familiar, so I decided to do some digging. And I found out the project is back and alive, free for download. I have no idea how niche this game is, since I haven't heard about it since its announcement in 2015, but going over to the developer's Twitter, oh. Well, no one cared that Zeekers is one. I may have to make a separate video about Pixel Gun World. I tried it a bit myself to see how close the ROBLOX version matches, and it was pretty fun. Definitely better than Pixel Gun 3D. Anyways, got off track, back to Pixel Gun Universe. For once, we aren't met with the classic theme, which is odd because World has it, but then again, I'm pretty sure this game was made when World looked like this. So maybe this was World's theme at the time. There isn't a whole lot to see on the main menu. Thankfully, the game isn't pay to win, which is also true for Pixel Gun World. Both games also have a pretty generous currency system, which keeps me engaged to play. This game has a decent selection of weapons, though not as much as World. Again, though, the UI is top-notch. There's also a decent selection of maps, with the top 2 maps being original to World. There's also only 2 game modes, just like in Blox Gun 3D. However, neither mode matters because, like Pixel Gun R, this game is dead. After playing Pixel Gun World, I can confirm this game is very authentic to World. The HUD, sounds, and maps. And yay! The sniper doesn't sound like a Fortnite sniper. Now, unlike in World, this game for some reason has an issue with you going through open gaps you should normally be able to go through. I don't know if that's just the way the map was imported or if the dev deliberately did this, though I find that hard to believe. However, if we try our best, we can use Roblox's physics to squeeze ourselves in. Not that it really does us any good though, because you can't shoot out. I found this cave that I didn't notice before in World. Though it looks nice here, I'm sure it looks very pretty in World. So yeah, I wish this game too got more recognition and players. My only two complaints about it is that it doesn't have an option to go back to the menu without having to either wait for the match to end or completely leaving the game entirely. It also doesn't have a shop to access mid-match, which is true for World, but Universe could have changed that. And I'll be honest, if you have or can get Pixel Gun World, just go play that instead. It's better than all of these Roblox games combined, and certainly better than Pixel Gun 3D. But again, I do wish this game had more players, because World is filled with a lot of bots. Not hacker bots, just annoying AI that make up 98% of the game's population, and their AI is serviceable. But just being able to hop on this Roblox version with a couple of friends at randoms who aren't bots would feel nice, especially if your friends don't feel like downloading Pixel Gun World. So where do I rank all these games? Okay, let's imagine if Universe and R had players, Blox Gun 3 had capable players, and all of these games' bugs were fixed. I'd put Universe at first, R at second, Blox Gun 3D at third, and Blox Gun at fourth. This is just my preference and opinion though, and I understand if you disagree and would put Blox Gun first. Honestly, it was really hard choosing where to put Blox Gun 3D. I love the game for bringing back classic Pixel Gun, but the reward system makes the motivation to grind very low, and you can basically unlock everything you want with the starting money and free coins given to you anyways. So yeah, those were all the best Roblox Pixel Gun alternatives if the PC launch with Pixel Gun 3D disappointed you. Let me know which one's your favorite, but again, you could just go play Pixel Gun World too. Anyways, that's all from me. Have a good one, everybody.
It's not